What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Blood on the Razor Wire TV. You already know what it is. It's real and it's raw. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We promise to never disappoint you. We're going to talk about prison politics. We're going to talk about a dude from D.C. Might talk about 2 or 3 dudes from D.C. today. Not throwing, dirt on their name. We're just telling you the story, telling you what happened. We're going to kick it about, things that I've seen, things that I experienced. But we're going to talk about prison politics before we get into the story of a dude named Caveman, right? So prison politics, as soon as you walk into prison, you guys heard the stories, man. You walk in, especially, I'm going to tell you from the white perspective, right? I'm white, I got to tell you from the white perspective. You walk in there and immediately dudes are pressing you. You got 30 days to get your paperwork. Where are you from? What's your name? As soon as you get cleared, we're going to give you a knife. These are your homeboys, bro. You got to stick with these dudes. You got to live for them, die for them. And you're like, damn, bro, I just showed up and just met you like 20 seconds ago. And you're telling me that pretty much I got to die for you. I don't even know who the hell you are, bro. But this is the reality of prison. This is what is expected of you. You walk into a maximum security federal prison. It is a dangerous place. It's vicious. You know what time it is. You see the stories. Drop the video again about the dude that, slays the dude at Big Sandy. The booty bandit gets slayed. I think it was an important video that we should pump out again to kind of give people a perspective, especially after what we talked about on the live. How, the dude in Georgia, they hog-tied this kid up. They hog-tie him up and victimize him, beat him in the face, kick him, punch him, threaten his family. They're really, extorting him through his family members. So, the perspective is these are the things that happen in prison. Jared, you're preaching. Nah, man, I'm just giving you a message, man. If you like it, then maybe you should change your life. If you appreciate your freedom, maybe you should change your life. It's not about preaching, man. It's about telling you what's really happening. So anyway, man, white prison politics are different in a lot of different ways, right? The way that I seen it, my perspective, are there some tough-ass white dudes in there? There are. Some of the toughest dudes I ever met in my life were in federal prison. And, I give him his props all the time. Adam Oliveri was a dangerous dude. There was an armed gang member named Chad. I forgot Chad's last name. And you know what? I thought that Chad was a pretty vicious and violent dude. AJ, very dangerous white prisoner. These are, there's dudes in there that are about that business. Dudes that they might politic a little bit, but Adam Oliveri was the type of dude that he would, he'd listen to you, but the whole time that he's listening to you, nothing you could say could change his mind. He's already planning on doing something dirty to you, right? I don't mean in that sense. So anyway, USP Lee, white dudes are, acting like, man, we got this sound thing here and we ain't playing no games. We ain't letting no one disrespect us. We're going hard over here. Other races better respect us. Okay, cool. Nothing's really happening though, right? As far as, race relations. Some things do happen and it gets worked out eventually. But I'm talking about it this time when this kid shows up. This white kid shows up and me and my boy Anthony Sabetta, I've spoken about Sabetta. Someone told me that he passed away. He hit me up on TikTok. He didn't. I'm going to end up giving him a call. Maybe he'll come on. Maybe he won't because of the type of dude that he is. He's real reserved. But anyway, Anthony was the type of dude, you always get dudes in prison, right, that, and this ain't to say he's a bad dude, because he wasn't a bad dude. He was a good dude, and he was my right-hand man. And at USP Lee, after my boy Dog left, Sabetta was probably my best friend. He was the first white dude that approached me when I got to USP Lee. Like, hey, man, what's up? Where you from? And as soon as he finds out, I'm from New York and he's from Rhode Island, we kick it. And immediately, you do have a pack, right? I'd already been to Big Sandy at this time. I kind of know how the white politics, operate. Honestly, I'm happy I leave Big Sandy, and I'm like, woo, for real. You leave Big Sandy, man, and you wipe your forehead. Like, damn, man, I'm glad I made it out of there. You get dudes that are like, man, I'm mad I left Big Sandy. Man, stop faking, bro. You ain't mad you left. You're happy. But you're one of them pretend tough guys that you think because you were at Big Sandy, you're the toughest dude in the federal prison system. That don't make you the toughest dude. Not at all. And, a lot of dudes, like I said, man, you meet some serious dudes in there, but you meet some dudes that are faking. And, dudes that are watching this, you know what it is. You get dudes that come from the pen and go to an FCI, and they're like, yeah, bro, I was in the pen for 8 years. And, okay, so what? You never even had a fight at the pen. You never even carried a knife, probably, bro. You were in the challenge program. And then when you got done with the challenge program, you became the facilitator, bro. So stop faking, man. You're faking at the highest level. But anyway, man, I felt like the white politics were different, man, in Lee County. Everybody had their chest puffed out and, hey, this is what it is. When people are going to respect us. And, they had a white TV room there. They had a black TV room. And the politics were pretty much where everybody was respectful. And that came a lot from the administration. The warden down there was O'Brien. He treated men like men. You had something coming, you got it. In return, he was like, hey, man, just, try to, be respectful. Everything, the small things don't have to result in, knife play. The small things don't have to result in, some dude's drunk and, he's out here talking shit and someone kills him. You don't have to do that. And he would, relay to the cars. The administration would tell you, man, police your own car. What does that mean? What does police your own car? We're in jail. Police? Are you crazy, buddy? No, this is what it meant. It meant one of your people get out of line, they're drunk, go put them in their cell. If they're really drunk and out of line, knock them out. The administration didn't care if you knocked people out. They'd rather you knock out your homeboy and lay him into bed for the night and pretty much punch his head off his shoulders, and they'll deal with that in the morning. The warden just didn't want people dying. He didn't want to have to call people's family members and say, sorry, your son got drunk last night and got belligerent and, he was stabbed 21 times. We're sorry to tell you that. But your son's gone. So he tried to avoid that. So anyway, Anthony was the type of dude that always wanted to meet people and, hey, man, where you from? And kind of like wanted to investigate him a little bit, like make sure this dude's all right, dude, man. Did you cooperate? Are you a Chosky? Where you from? What jail did you come from? Oh, you came from Big Sandy. You got your detention order? What's a detention order? I'm going to tell you what a detention order is. It's a piece of paper that when you go to the hole at, let's say, Big Sandy or Pollock or Coleman, it tells why you went to the hole, which means, if you went there for an investigation, if you went there for PC, if you went there because, you did something viciously violent to someone, when you're coming to the next prison, people want to see your detention order. They want to know why you were in the hole. Because God forbid, if you were in the hole and you checked in, remember we did the interview the other day? And the brother admitted like, hey, man, I just wanted out of there. Didn't really know what was going on. So they give you a detention order and you take that to your next jail. That goes in your property. And people were like, yo, man, let me see your detention order. And if it says you were in protective custody or, you checked in, checking in means, hey, look, I'm scared. Get me out of here. Then when you get to the next jail, what are they going to do? You know what they're going to do. They're going to punish you. You're out of here. You're going to go back to the hole for another 3-4 months. And then the BOP is going to give you another detention order and you're going to go to another prison and they're going to want to see your detention order over at that prison. And then they're going to punch your head off your shoulders over there. And then you're going to go to the next prison. And then eventually you might make it to a dropout yard or, a special needs yard. You might end up in Terre Haute or you might end up at USP Tucson or you might end up at USP Coleman too. Or maybe the BOP gets tired of it and your points drop and now you go to an FCI and you're safe, right? You're good. You get to an FCI and, a lot of times dudes might ask you for your detention order and you could just be like, man, I ain't giving you nothing. And a lot of times they ain't going to do shit. Or if you show them your detention order, they'll just talk bad about you, but they're probably not going to beat you up. You're going to just stay at the prison. And prison is evolving. Prison's changing now. But anyway, back to the story. This white kid shows up and immediately Anthony's on him. Where you from, man? And I remember this like it was yesterday. And, the kid seemed like an all right dude. He's like, yeah, man, I'm a little messed up, bro. I kind of need some shoes and some sweatpants, right? And, we're not all the way in there. We're kind of broke. Me and Anthony are, we're a little bit broke. We don't got money to just be giving out sweatpants and sneakers. Those were the things I used to do in federal prison. And dude was telling us the stuff that he needs. And we're like, all right, man, we're going to hook you up. We got you. What unit you in? But we're going to hook him up with like some deodorant, soap, whatever. He tells us, I think he was in, man, I want to say he was in F unit maybe. He was in the middle court, I believe. That's at USP Lee. And Anthony ends up putting a little thing together for him, gives it to him. 2 or 3 days later, we find out that, man, he's on some silly stuff. What do you mean silly stuff? He's on some gay shit. And Anthony gets him out on the yard. He's like, yo, man, what's up? What are you doing? Like, what's up with you? And he's like, man, I needed some sweatpants and I needed some sneakers, man. Needed some sweatpants and sneakers. So you're giving up your bootay? You're giving up your booty for that stuff? And, he's like, well, man, this is prison. And then we find out who the dude is that's like on this cat. It's a black dude from DC. Call him Caveman. Caveman's always outside getting drunk, belligerent. Dudes that were at USP Lee, you know who Caveman is. Leave a comment. What do you think about Caveman if you were there, when he was there? What did you think about him? He was always in some shit, man. And he was one of them DC dudes. And like I said, man, DC dudes, I met some really good dudes from DC. I met some dudes from DC that weren't on ass. And, that's not what it is all the time. It's not always that way. Not everyone from DC is on ass. This cat was on ass, though. And he presses the white dude. Yeah, he's going to give him what he wants. And this is like a prison movie. This is the prison story, right, that you see in prison movies. He's grooming him a little bit. Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, man, you drink, man? You want some wine? And, giving him a little wine and gives him some sweatpants and gives him some shoes. And the next thing you know, he's got him in the hucklebuck. What's the hucklebuck, Chad? You know what it is. It's not the Heimlich, I can tell you that. He's got him in the cell, and he doesn't have him in the Heimlich. So now the chatter is all over the compound, right? Hey, man, a white dude, this and that. And I guess they had an unwritten rule. The unwritten rule was, hey, man, any white dudes come here, and this is how it was. Like, if this happened in Big Sandy, it would for sure, he'd be out of here. Any white dudes come here, and they're on that skin flute, right? I mean, we're going to call it what it is. It's real and it's raw. If they're on that skin flute, they can't stay. But why can't they stay? Why can't they stay and be over there with this dude or that and do what they want to do, right? This is prison. Why can't they stay at a prison like Big Sandy? Or why can't they stay at a prison like USP Lee? Because the politics are that it creates issues, right? If he's white and, he starts, doing things with a Mexican dude or a black dude or a Chinese dude or a green dude or a purple dude, like, that's disrespecting us, bro. It's showing that the white race is weak. You got these dudes are taking him in a room and they're blowing his back out. Blowing his back out? What do you mean? You know what I mean. It's like, he's got him in a Heimlich maneuver, buddy. So, dudes don't want that type of stuff happening because they feel like their image is like, hey, you're disrespecting white dudes, right? But there's other dudes in there that are, black dudes that are doing, certain things, and they might be in the Heimlich maneuver, or Hispanic brother might be in the Heimlich maneuver, right? When they got you bent over, bro, and they're making Russell the love muscle. We'll just say that, right? They're kind of doing the Russell the love muscle thing. So anyway, the kid, there's all kinds of talk, man. The white dude's like, yo, under no circumstances. And now this is the dude Kevin, right? From Iowa, the armed dude. He wants to be like, I am the remaining white gang member here, brother. And I'm telling you now, brother, when we go to that Odinist pit this weekend, we're discussing this, bro. And you're like, all right, man. So they start politicking how the white dude has to leave the compound. They don't want him here. And the dude Caveman, he's one of them DC dudes that, how dudes in the street, man, that might be you might be a sucker. But as soon as you got that thing in your hand, right, you got this power, right? And Caveman was the type of dude where he felt like he had the power because he was from DC. His gun was DC. So he felt like he could do what he wanted, belligerent, disrespectful, drunk, talking shit to people on the yard. And then, there had been some incidents where his homies would call him out on the yard like, yo, we need to holler at you, bro. Where they'd get on him like, yo, man, I'm telling you, man, this is the last time, man. This is the last time. But he had been a dude that had been in a long time. And, I don't know how, man, but he had a little bit of respect, right? Like, I never respected this cat. Caveman, if you're out of jail now and you're watching this, I'm going to keep it real, bro. I never had no respect for you, man, because I thought you were an idiot. Sometimes you get around people in prison that are idiots, belligerent, talking shit to people. He was just that dude. He thought he was the toughest man on the compound. And I really feel like, man, one-on-one, bro, you probably wouldn't have got no wins. I felt like you were too light to fight, too thin to win. Just felt like your hands weren't there, but your mouth was all the way there. Might have been all the way there. But anyway, so now, they're out there politicking. White dudes got to go. And the DC dudes are pushing back. And they're, they're holding Caveman down. They're like, nah, man, that's his girl. His girl? His name's David, bro. That's his girl? Yeah, that's his girl now. So now this dude has gotten to the point of disrespect, right? He just disrespected the white car. And now dudes are chattering, yo, if you don't leave, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And what do you think happens? I'm going to tell you what happens. Nothing happens. Caveman's running the show. The white dude is now his girl, right? His BITC, his age. And that's what it is. And this white dude reminded me when he first came, he acted like he was a cool white dude. Like he was a tough guy. He was like one of the fellas. We didn't know, he was, hitting that peace pipe. We didn't know that. And you couldn't tell when you first met him. Next thing I know, they got the cat out there on the yard. He's got makeup on. I'm hearing stories that Caveman was slapping him. And now I get to see it for myself. Now he's flaunting it, right? He's flaunting the disrespect. He's flaunting the disrespect to the point where he's got the white dude outside and he kicks him in the ass we're out there playing basketball. Me, Sabetta, My boy Ronnie, who, God bless Ronnie DeVola, we're out there playing basketball, and it's like he did this shit on purpose, man. He kicks him in the ass. He tells him, man, when we get back, you get in the cell and get naked. You get that thing ready. I want to fuck. I'm like, what the? Like, he's talking to this dude like that. And a part of me was like, prison politics, right? Prison mind. I was thinking, damn, bro, dude was getting everything he wanted. There you go. You're getting everything you wanted, bro. That's what you asked for. That's what you're about to get. You're getting it now. Now you're getting slapped. You're getting kicked. You're getting punched. The first week or two, he was just grooming you, and it didn't take him long to kick you. He's like a drunk, abusive husband, right? Get drunk and just do whatever he wants to this cat. Slapping him around, kicking him, beating him up. These are the things that happen, man. And there's also other things that happen in prison. I'm going to give you, the white dudes honestly didn't do nothing, man. They politicked and they were angry. And, then they got into, the reality is there's 500 of them and 120 of us. So they can just do whatever they want. And there's other dudes that stand on principle, right? And when you stand on principle, it doesn't matter if there's 1,000 of them and 50 of us. When you stand on principle, you're supposed to do what you got to do, right? Because principle is principle in prison. Just kind of how it works. So anyway, man, dude ends up, that's a story of what you hear booty bandit stories and dudes that are on ass, and that's it. Those are the things that really happen. Someone kept sending me this stuff from this other guy that's been doing these interviews. Was it Fleece? About how, I don't know, man. I mean, was he the one that was taking it? But don't think that dudes that try to take it don't get slayed, because we're putting that other video up probably before this one. We're at Big Sandy, and you guys need to hear that story again. Or maybe I'll put this one up first. Maybe you need to hear that story again. How, this dude, big old dude, man, is pressing that little young black Crip kid, and man, he takes his life. It's over with, bro. I got the pictures of this dude in the morgue, laid out. His life's over with. Was he a booty bandit? 100%. Did he get slayed? Yeah, he got slayed. He got slayed. Dude laid him down like, it's over with for you, bro. And then the kid ends up with another 25 or 30 years. Even though the court and everyone knows that, he was trying to take his ass, man. He was on ass. It's wild, right? End up in USP Coleman. Another story of how this stuff works, right? And I'm in there with this younger black kid, man, kind of dingy, dirty, smoking chew, and he's got this tall, skinny white dude. And I think I spoke about this before, where the white dude tells me one day, he's like, I like your glasses. And I'm like, hey, listen, check this out, bro. We play a lot of games, but we ain't going to play that one. You know what I'm saying? And he had this shark tattoo on his arm. And, the saying was that he was a man-eater, right? This white dude was a man-eater. So anyway, man, DC dude, man, that's another dude, man. It's his girl. This white dude's his girl. White dude, I think, was from the East Coast. But, Coleman was a different animal. And I show up there, and I think me and Tree might have talked about this. I show up there, and, I'm like right next to the cell of this white dude, right? The white dude lives right next to me. And it's this black kid kills someone in prison, right? The DC dude, he kills someone in prison over a dude. Goes to prison with like 10 years. Kills someone over a dude, I think it was in Florence, and now he ends up with a life sentence. And now he's got this. Now this is a little dude, man. Dude's probably like 5'7". 5'7". His white boyfriend, or whatever you call it, was like 6 foot. Skinny, slim, busted all the way up. What does that mean, Chad? You know what it means. Dude was like, you're like, what the heck? Holy shit, bro. You got to be a bad motherfucker. You going to try to jump in the cell in a bed with that guy, because he's, whoa. But anyway, dude, man, you start to see these dudes beefing over this white dude, right? A dude from Louisiana. They're up there beefing. They're up there fighting each other. You hear them in the cell, boom, 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 fighting over the dude. Next thing you know, 2 days later, he's in there beating up the white dude, right? The little dude that, that he was his man. But he's like, you're cheating on me. You're what? This is like some shit you see in the street in the hood. He's yelling at the dude on the top tier like, you're cheating on me. Why are you doing this? And the dude's like, you're wrong. I ain't cheating on you. I love you. I'm not. And you're like, what the is going on? This is prison. This is federal prison. Dude ends up beating the dude up, man, kicking him in the face. He's jumping on his head. And I'm sitting there watching this shit like, wow. These are the things that happen. These are These are the real stories of booty bandits. These aren't like made up stories. These are the things that are really happening in there, man. Dudes ends up going to the hole. White dude goes to the hole. What do you think happens? They got Priya and everything at the time. They end up bringing both of them dudes out. Bring them to the same unit. Put them in the same cell. They're in separate cells. And within 2 weeks, they love each other. And now they're cellmates. And they don't care about other people, man. They don't care about other people. 1 in the morning, man, dude's blazing, dude, and you hear him. You hear it. And you're like, where am I at, man? Am I in Sodom and Gomorrah? I'm in Sodom and Gomorrah. These are just the realities of prison, man. You know, these dudes come in and, you know, I think the first story about the white kid, he comes in and, you know, he says, hey, man, I'm in prison. Heard all the prison stories. I come in here like I'm a good dude and I'm with you guys. And, you know, we sent him down some soap and deodorant. Well, Sabetta did. The next thing you know, he's on the skin flute. And you're like, yo, what happened? Like, what's up, bro? He's like, well, I needed some shoes. Now he's talking like he's a girl. You're like, damn, bro, the other day you were like, what's up, man? And now you're like, I just needed some shoes. Prison, man. But anyway, you know, I'm going out to do a couple documentaries this week, hopefully. I hope you guys like the show. Hope you like what we do. Prison experiences, prison insight. That's just a small one. Blood on the Razor Wire TV until tomorrow. You already know. We're out.